have to say, level creators are probably some of my favorite types of video games. Ever since I was even just in kindergarten, the one thing I wanted more than anything from Nintendo was a Mario level creator. It was this reason that I spent a lot of time playing Mario Flash games with level editors, including Super Mario Flash 1 and 2 and Super Mario 63. Fast forward 6 years later, and Nintendo finally announced an official Mario level creator. Let me try to recreate my initial reaction. Yeah! Super Mario Maker was a game that made players' dreams a reality by letting them make their own levels. It did really well in sales, even becoming the 7th best-selling game on the Wii U. Okay, so that wasn't the best way to make the game seem important, but 7 is still a big number. Ever since I started this channel, I've wanted to review this game, and now that the game is being ported to the 3DS, now seems like the perfect time to do so. Hey yo people, I'm Sir Colco, and today I'm going to be reviewing Super Mario Maker for the Wii U. So, to start off, this game has no storyline. Well, sort of. The closest there is to a story is in the 100 Mario Challenge. In this mode, Bowser kidnaps the princess. Again. 100 points for creativity, Nintendo. However, this time there's a twist. All the levels Mario has to go through now are made by the players. Wait, so if we're making levels that help Bowser, does that mean we're betraying Mario? Hashtag deep plot. The ending just depends on the difficulty level you play. In most, Toad will tell you the princess is in another castle. Who else has wanted to smash Toad every time he said that? And that basically sums it up. There really isn't much of a plot due to the main thing about the game being level creating. Now, the characters. For the most part, it's just your average Mario cast. Mario, of course, is the hero and playable character. Peach is still the damsel in distress, and Bowser is the villain of the 100 Mario Challenge. He's not the real villain, however. The real villains are the people who make levels online! But I'll get back to that later. There are also some new characters. Mario and Yamamura are the two characters who help you out in the manual of the game, as well as sometimes on screen. Oh wow, Mario! That's an original name! I can't at all think of how Nintendo thought of that name. And then there are the characters that represent several tools. The Undo Dog helps undo things, the Bird helps you add your voice to the level, and the Rocket Ship can help you erase everything you've made. Mr. Rossetti would not approve of that. And then, of course, is the gameplay. If you're watching this, you should already know the basics of Mario, but here it is anyways. The Mario games are 2D side-scrolling platformers where you can run, jump, and use items to get from point A to point B. But in this game, there's a catch. There are 4 different styles of gameplay to choose from. I'll go over each of these styles, talking about the unique things about them as well as the items you can use. First is the Super Mario Bros. Style, which takes the style of the original classic game. Here, Mario has his basic run and jump, as well as the Fire Flower, Mushroom, and Superstar. Now, each of the 4 styles has all 3 of those power-ups, plus 1 unique to the style. However, these were the only power-ups in the original. So what could the unique power-up be? Well, Nintendo decided to create an entirely new power, the Costume Mushroom, which gives Mario different costumes to wear of well-known characters. For example, have you ever wanted to play as a Mahjong tile?
What?
Well, now you can! Now you can play Super Mahjong Tile Bros. Or Super Master Belch Bros. Or, what? Hello Kitty? They added Hello Kitty in this game! But yeah, the Costume Mushroom allows Mario to change into pixelated forms of many different characters. There are some really awesome ones, like Link and Sonic the Hedgehog. And then there are weird choices. For instance, a Mahjong tile and Hello Kitty. Just Really? For crying out loud, though, they have Shaun the Sheep in this game! Shaun the Sheep! But luckily, the good outweighs the weird. These costumes can add a lot more than you'd think, even allowing you to make cool themed levels. You can even play as a Goomba. And you can make him betray his kind and kill them. Alright, now time for Super Mario Bros. 3.
But Colco, what about Super Mario Bros. 2?
Nah, nobody at Nintendo cares about Super Mario Bros. 2. Even though some people do. Super Mario Bros. 3 isn't that different from the first, besides its different look and the fact that you can now pick up objects. As for the exclusive power-up, the raccoon leaf allows Mario to whack enemies with his tail and get a brief mid-air hop. Now let's move on, because nobody cares about 3. Of course, I have to talk about the Super Mario World style, because some Mario fans would probably kill me if I didn't. And I mean that quite literally. There is one main new thing in Super Mario World gameplay-wise. Mario can now spin jump on spiked enemies' heads. There are also 2 additional power-ups. There's Yoshi, who can eat any enemies in your path. And of course, there's the fan-favorite Cape Feather, which can swipe at enemies, makes Mario's fall slower, and even lets him fly over the course. Huh, you created a really complicated course for me to play? Well, too bad, since you gave me the Cape Feather, I can fly over the whole level. Lastly, this couldn't be a recent Mario game without the style of New Super Mario Bros. U. There are a few major differences in this style. The spin jump can now not be used regularly, but it can be used in midair to give you a small boost. You can also use the wall jump, a feature I've always liked. The exclusive power to this style is the propeller mushroom, which lets you fly upwards into the sky. I love this power-up. You could even say it makes levels a breeze. Get it? Because it creates wind, and wind is also called the... Okay, I'll stop. Alright, now that the gameplay is out of the way, let's get to the other part of the gameplay, the course making. Super Mario Maker allows everyone to make their own Mario levels, and it doesn't disappoint. One big thing I need to say is that you can have 2 different areas in a course at once, each with a different style. These can be connected by a pipe to add more to your levels, and they can be stretched however you want, so you can make sections small or long. Speaking of styles, besides the 4 different game styles, you can also pick from core styles, including the overworld, airships, ghost houses, and lots more. And since you have core styles, you can place down land with different themes. Of course, some people do this in really odd ways. Now, this wouldn't be a great Mario level creator without the question blocks, which you can place power-ups in. However, Nintendo extended on this a bit too far. Imagine you've gone through a really hard level and you finally see an item box. You jump up to hit it, and then a chain chomp comes out of it and kills you! Yes, in Super Mario Maker, Nintendo gave players the power to put practically anything into the item blocks, including enemies. If this game didn't exist, I'd never be able to say I've been nervous about hitting an item block before. But Nintendo didn't stop there. They decided to add hidden blocks. Hidden blocks are gray blocks that you can place in a level, but they aren't visible when you're actually playing it. And trust me, they can be used in very evil ways. Alrighty. Jump and... No! 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 Oh yeah, there's no way I can forget about the enemies. Super Mario Maker gives you a huge variety of enemies to use, including classics like the Goomba and Lakitu. There are even bosses you can place, including the likes of Bowser and Bowser Jr. Now, Nintendo could have stopped there, but they didn't. First off, you can add additional things to enemies, like a mushroom to make them big or wings to make them fly. And yes, you can do this with all enemies. The world did not need Hammer Bros, however. You can also stack enemies onto each other, and any additional enemy will stick on top of the enemy on the bottom. But that can lead to very dangerous situations. Just imagine you're peacefully running through a level and this happens. But Nintendo didn't even stop there. You can also customize Lakitus and bullet bill launchers to shoot whatever you want. And that's not including the obstacles, shaking the enemies, variants. It's just chaos! Okay, I need to calm down. Rainbow Frog time! And with all that stuff combined, this can happen. I'm glad that doesn't happen often. But overall, the level creator is extremely good. And I haven't even covered locks, pink coin keys, roller coasters. It's so big, it would take forever to explain, and overall, it's just amazing. Nintendo. Where nightmares come true. Parent approved! So, the giant that is the level creator is done, so let's get to the other main part of the game. Playing levels online. Oh boy is right. Since people have been given many tools, there are tons of freakishly hard levels out there. Seriously, if it took one guy 19 hours to beat his level when he's one of the best players in the world, you know it's gonna be hard. The main online mode is the previously mentioned 100 Mario Challenge, where you have 100 lives to beat a certain amount of random online levels. I personally love this mode, as it's fun to see the different kinds of levels people make. The amount of levels you play depends on the difficulty you choose. There are 8 in easy and 16 in normal. But then comes Expert Mode. Oh boy, is this something! Expert Mode gives you 16 randomly chosen levels with low clear rates, meaning you'll play some of the hardest levels out there. These levels are super hard and will definitely eat away at your confidence. But when you finally beat it, you'll feel like you can beat anything. Well, probably. I haven't been able to do that yet. There's also the 10 Mario Challenge, where you have 10 lives to beat levels made from the guys at Nintendo. They're overall good levels, but the reward is just a power that makes Mario look like Waluigi.
It's me!
Whew, that was a lot to cover. Super Mario Maker is an incredible game. The level creator gives you just the right tools to make the Mario levels of your dreams. This, including the fact that you can play millions of levels online, makes it fun to play over and over again. With that in mind, this game gets my Colco review score of 95 out of 100. This game is a must-have. Hey yo people, thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like and maybe even subscribe. That way you'll be notified whenever I come out with a new video. Be sure to comment what top 10s and reviews you want me to do in the future. And who knows, maybe I'll actually do them. So, if you liked Mario and you also like my Colco reviews, be sure to go in the description to see my Colco review of New Super Mario Bros. For the Nintendo DS. Don't want that? Well, if you still like Mario, be sure to check out my top 5 best Mario Kart items. Mario stuff. Well, I believe that's it for now. Peace out. Oh wow, Mario! And then there are the characters that blah. I messed that one up. Super Mario Bros. 3 is in Dat Boy. And of course, there's the fan favorite Cape Feather, which lets you swipe at enemies, makes Mario's fall slower, and of course, there's the fan favorite Cape Feather, which Mario can swipe at enemies, makes Mario wait. Okay, I messed that up on the script. And of course, there's the fan favorite cape. Ugh. Alright, now that the gameplay of making levels is out of the way, but I'm about to talk about making the levels, so how does that... I've got to write my scripts better. Super Mario Maker allows everyone to make their own levels, and it doesn't disappoint. It, of course, doesn't disappoint. I typed that twice on the script. What the heck? One big thing I need to say is that you can have 2 different areas in the course at once, each with a different style. These can be connected by a pipe to add more to your levels. These can allow to be these. My script says these can allows be stretched however you want. How does that make sense? This, including the fact that you can play Hey yo people, thank you for watching the bloopers. That's now going to be a permanent thing at the end of the video. Unless I don't end up having that many bloopers. Sorry there's not a Halloween special this year, but by the time I finally thought of something to do, it was just 4 days until Halloween and I didn't want to rush the video. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, hope you had a spoopy Halloween, and the Nintendo Switch looks awesome!